Welcome to part 2.
Hey, we're looking for someone to buy some beer, man. Go down and purchase some because we ain't got a car or ID.
You ain't old enough?
I'm only 20.
Oh.
He's 19.
Well, we're in the middle of a practice session here, so
Yeah.
we really don't want to tear away.
We got another hour to go.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Right on. You guys gonna be partying tonight?
Practicing, and then, I don't know, first I'm probably be sticking my nose in a book for the rest of the night.
Alright, yeah. Hey, hell, set the come on playing, sounds good.
Yeah, try it.
That's fine. Right, man.
It's nothing new, I would do the same if I were you. I'm an easy mark, as you can see, but that's okay, it don't bother me, oh no, it don't bother me. Cheer, give it your best, hoot and holler, just like the rest. Don't give me a chance to change your mind. Don't give me hope that you will be kind. Oh no, it don't bother me. Oh no, don't bother me. Don't bother
And now it's time to check in with our Canadian Caucasian, BL Wassoon.
Only for Loathe Megacorp would I do this. They got me by the short hairs. People here aren't that stupid. There must have been 18 stages of the Regina monologues by 6 different improv comedy troupes. Heart of the prairies, man. Dig it. There's a fucking ring of smog around the city about 11 a.m. on a hot day. Pablo Cruz is playing at the Casino Regina while I type this. If that doesn't say big time, then you clearly don't know what fucking time it is. Pablo Cruz wasn't one guy either, just like Alice Cooper wasn't one guy. Alice Cooper was the name of the band. And don't buy those cheap earplug headphones, because if they don't fit, you're fucked. Film school's a trip. There's that scene in Annie Hall where Woody Allen and Diane Keaton is clearly going to outlive Woody. He's looking like he's on his last legs. They're talking about photography and how it's too early in the art form to establish an aesthetic criteria. Well, they've done it film. And booyah! I'm becoming privy to it. I recently told a former film student that there was no place in motion pictures for art. I'm thinking several things when I said this. The first being Hitchcock saying, "It's all about the MacGuffin." He laughed at this and would have told me I was a flaming idiot but was too kind. He's right, but who cares? The thing he didn't get is that to be a good filmmaker, you must at all costs do what Bazin said and remain humble. I say this as I hear, "Take a load off Fanny." Simon and Garfunkel works best for me when there's a drummer. Beat it on down the line. Wow. Jerry Lee Lewis was indeed the king. Should I let that thing he did on TV with Kid Rock discourage me? I mean, Keith was there too, and it was for Willie, but god damn. I won't. Someone told me 3 years ago that they loved Donovan more than Bob. I thought they were crazy, and now I don't. I get that, Miss Kitchen. Sympathy for the Devil has to be the most primitive piece of art produced by the hands of a white man, or men, since 1492. Go Seahawks! Holmgren just got signed to 2 more years. There's a CFL team here. Who cares?
Meow! Meow! Get up and feed me. Meow! Change, please, the messy litter. Meow! Pay some attention to me. All this she wrote with Z's and Q's that she stepped on walking on the keyboard.
Ben Leese probably told me one of the scariest things I've ever heard in my life, and it was about my life. We went to grade school together, and I was a loner. I stayed away from crowds a lot, except for when it came time to play soccer or fight. Anyways, I see Ben at Vern's years later. And actually the same night I saw Mike Corbett again after a lot of years. And he said, "We were afraid of you." And I was like, "What? What?" You know, apparently by me hiding out all the time, I was afraid of everyone else. But he, I wish I could remember the exact words he used. He said I was scary. And he had something else in there too. And I'm drawing a blank on it. Some along the lines of is that I was weird in a scary way. And it made me reflect back on that, of course. And that would have been the last thing that I would have wanted to have been to someone.
Right.
You know? And it just made me really conscious about what we put out there. You know, you put out this energy, you know, and as Newton says, it's in constant motion, never ceasing to exist. Once it's out there, you know, you send out those vibrations and they don't really go away. And it's interesting how it came full circle. Those vibrations came full circle back to you. But what was disturbing about it was that I was putting out those negative vibrations in the first place. You know. So Ben brought that to my attention, which is I was thankful for.
And Ben will tell you what's wrong with you.
He had a phrase, and the phrase stuck in my head for a long time, and maybe I tried to forget it, but apparently I did. His word choicing was perfect. Because it hit home 100%.
This is Pat.
Yes, it is. And Mr. Daly just wrote a book of poetry. Let's listen to him read one.
It's a Sunday paper. I bought one today, since it's Sunday. I lugged the fucker home. Heavy bastard they call news. Brought it home, spread it out on the floor, all over the floor, covering the whole apartment. I got naked and rolled around on it. And then I shat on it. I pissed on the editorials. I jacked off on the style pages, and in the sports. I knelt into the personals and squeezed zit pus there. I vomited yellow-green bile on the business section, and simply spit all over the ads. Then I folded the whole thing up, neat as you please, and took the fragrant fucker back to the store. Back on that newsstand, my paper was just a bit thicker than the others, and stank just a bit more. But just a little.
This is Matt, and thanks for tuning in. You're my favorite listener, by the way.
La la Casey Baskets. La la Casey Baskets. When I get Casey Baskets, I drink a lot of beer. And then I have hard liquor, and that is what I fear. I have another drink, and I puke all over here. When I'm with Casey Baskets, I drink a lot of beer. La la Casey Baskets. When I'm with Casey Baskets, I drink a lot of beer. And then I have hard liquor, and that is what I fear. I have another drink, and I puke all over here. When I'm with Casey Baskets, I drink a lot of beer. When I'm with Casey Baskets, I drink a lot of beer.
And here's a scene from next month's episode.
Do you also like the war in Iraq? Do you like CIA-planted dictators bought and paid for by American corporations that subjugate, rape, torture, and kill innocent people? Do you like that shit? That's a pretty fucking weak stance you're taking. Not only do I hate corporations, and let me be specific, corporations that practice profiteering, which is probably 95% of the corporations in America, I fucking hate the corporate culture that dominates American society.
All that and more next month on LoatheCast. Please visit us online at www.loathemegacorp.com. If you can't spell it, you can't visit. Goodbye.
This has been a production.